Look at the history function, and this is where we want to go when we want to look at monitoring an athlete or our own performance over time. So we select history, then going to give us the option whether we want to view our history on a power, speed or endurance. So in this case we're going to select power. Then in the same way as when we're setting up a technique to record our data, it's going to ask me which technique I want to look at the history on. So we're going to go back to that hook, whether it's the left or the right side, and then it's going to ask me to select a date range between two dates. We're just going to go for the last couple of weeks. Then we click next. What this is then going to do is it's going to display my history within that time frame using a simple visual line graph. Now on this occasion, 224% increase, so it's going to demonstrate it's going to display my increase or decrease in performance using a percentage between those two dates. So this is a very useful screen to screen share and save so that we can look at it going forward. Now, once I've started measuring data on that technique, I can then monitor that performance forever on that technique. And whenever I record any data through a series of repetitions, it's going to plot that on a line graph. And that can be the same just within a single session on the same day. Say I perform 4 or 5 sets of the same repetitions on a jab or a technique, look at putting some coaching principles in, do a little bit of pad work, come back on. At the end of the session, we can look at and see how we've hopefully increased and not decreased in performance. Then, if I want to do the same thing for any other technique across either of the 3 measurables of power, speed and endurance, I just repeat the same process. If I go to speed, select the technique, select which side of the body I want to be looking at, and then between those 2 dates, and just press next. All right, so really nice, easy to use, nice and simple. So that's the history function.